This is an explanation of the Cholera Module. It's used in some classes. If you notice, you're supposed to come over here and click on the contents, and notice how that changes where you can actually see the layers which are above the topographic layer. The layers are listed from bottom to top, or top to bottom, depending on how you're looking at the list. Soho is on top, the snow map is on the bottom. So we've clicked on the contents view, and these show up. We could click on the legend view, but let's go back to contents view, and we'll follow along with the directions as they're given for the module. You'll be clicking on different things and watching the changes, doing comparisons, and answering questions. If you notice, when you come over here, we can turn off the John Snow map. That's on the bottom. Let's start with the Soho. That would be this little green dot right here that's placed. We're going to turn that off. It disappears. We're going to turn off the cholera cases by address. All those little red dots disappear. The water pumps are in the blue with P. Those will disappear. And then finally we have the snow map. And those little black dots disappear. And then we just have our base map, which is a topographic map. We can come over here and click on Modify Map over here in the upper right corner. And once we do that, we can do some more modifications of the map. And you're asked to answer some questions along the way also. We can click on the Zoom Out button, and I'm going to click on these middle two layers, and you can see that the entire area that's been mapped for cholera pumps is showing. So we've zoomed out, and we can take a look at the drawing order again over here. Soho's on top, the topographic map's on the bottom, the snow map is just above that. We can come up here to base map, and there are 12 different choices, and we're asked to click on the imagery button. So I'll click on imagery, and we can zoom back in. It shows a little bit more detail. You can actually see some of the buildings. You see that, there's still quite a bit of human activity, probably a lot of humans in the area still. You can zoom back out just to capture all those dots in that area. And just to make it easier to see, we're going to go back to topographic. Those dots show up a little bit better on the topographic map than they do on the imagery map. Okay, we're going to come up here to the cholera cases. In your directions, they might be called locations with one or more cholera deaths. I'm going to click on the attribute table. The attribute table comes up. I can click on number of cases, click statistics, and here we have the statistics for the information that was gathered by Dr. Snow. Let's see how many total cases there were, how many values there are in the table. On a given row, there may be only one case. In one row, there are as many as 18 cases at one location. Quite a few deaths just at that one location. Close that. And if I take a look here, let me pull this down just a little bit, take notice of this. I've highlighted a little bit. I'm going to turn off the water pumps, move my map just a little bit, and you'll notice when I highlight a row, you can see an area up here that has a turquoise box around it. So at this location there were 3 deaths. If I was to come back to the statistics, oops. If I was to sort descending here, we see the greatest number of cases. That's right here. I'm going to turn on the water pumps again, and you You can see the proximity to this water pump right here. Rodney Street. As we continue on with the directions, come over here and I'll close this table and come over here and click on the Change Style button. Give it just a little bit of time and it should come up. There it is. Click Number of Cases. Notice we have the larger circle here, suggesting that there are a greater number of deaths. Smaller circle, fewer number of deaths. Okay, follow the directions. Come over with the slider and slide this down. We're going to click Classify Data. 5 classes as I'm directed. And then we click OK. And click Done. And here you can see the number of deaths that are plotted out on the map. Okay, you can actually see the address of that pump. It seems to be in the middle. Hope this helps.